if you don't grind, you know what I'm saying? Like First Timothy.
I'm just
It was like I forgot. It was like anyone who does not provide for their relatives, especially their household, will be denied to his faith or some shit like that. And that's basically God saying, hey, if you don't grind, you can't provide for your family. So you got to put that before your family, or I can't get into heaven.
You get penalized.
A man that don't work don't eat, right?
That's it. A man that don't work don't eat. That was Mike Jones I was quoting at first. My fault.
But Anton doing the Anton Daniels show, Jazz, I'm about using that money to provide for his family. But when he's waking up in the morning, he's like, I gotta go get it because I got a family to provide for. So the family is.
Do you think that money is the only thing that a family needs to provide?
I didn't say money. What?
You need money
I'm
to
just
pay
asking a question.
You need money to pay for private.
I said literally purpose.
Money.
Purpose.
Okay.
The money. Listen, the money comes with it. Whatever it is that you great at, if you are at the top of your field, then you will be well compensated. Your purpose, whatever it is that God has given to you to do successfully on this earth, the people that do it at the top of their field, they have to dedicate themselves to it, and everybody comes second to them.
Really, and
I'm completely submitted to my husband's purpose, his vision. It's true.
Wait, you married, ain't it, Ty?
I am.
Jazz, you married?
Please don't
go back to. Oh, go ahead, Michigan.
Oh, like 2K said, if I don't provide for my family, God is gonna penalize me for that. So I have to provide. I have to wake up in the morning and I have to go get it for my family. Yes, my family needs love. Yes, they need me to be understanding. Yes, they need patience. Yes, they need guidance. They need all of these things, but they also need money. They also need to go to private school. My son want to play football. I got to go pay for football lessons. My daughter want to compete in track. This stuff makes their life easier. So when I wake up in the morning, my main priority is going to get it. I gotta go get it because if I don't take care of my children, God is gonna penalize me for that.
It's literally based off of my belief in the word. You are supposed to. It is mandatory for a man to leave an inheritance for his family.
Mm-hmm, it is.
My mom
that is law. You cannot avoid that. So I believe that people that wind up leaving debt and they leave despair and they got people doing fish fries in order to bury them, they are the ones that are sinning. If you are a man on this earth and you're not purposeful, and I don't care if you got a family, I don't care if you're single, I don't think it is either. If you are not purposeful and you put any chick above your purpose, I think that you are lost. But I understand that everybody is different. And I think that as women, if you guys want somebody to be up under you, if you want somebody to place you first, do not get with the highest performing or do not chase after the person that's the top of their field ever.
I agree.
Well, see, that's what they want is high perform. Oh, my bad, Sean.
No, go ahead.
That's what they want. They want people, they want brothers who are high performers, but whenever they get that dude, they try to change them. They want them to, honestly, they want them to, forget about your purpose. They want you to focus a little bit more on them instead of, hey, I gotta work. If I don't work, we don't eat.
Every single man that hearkened unto the voice of a woman in the word of God that I can think of off the top of my head, they all suffer. The minute that they got this, Samson himself, the minute that he started focusing on what he thought he wanted, what he thought made sense from a woman, the minute that he hearkened unto the voice of the woman, the minute that Adam hearkened unto the voice of the woman, man, Jesus wouldn't even answer the door for his own mother. In Acts, he would not even answer the door for his own mother. He said, who is my mother and father? You, my mother and father. You, my brother. Y'all the ones that we need to be taking care of business. We got a purpose. We don't have time to be sitting here talking back and forth and answering the door for her. Go and read it. It's literally an Acts of the Apostles.
Yeah, he says it by the sweat of your brow. It's almost ingrained in every part of the theology.
That's how my mama she be begging for the cell phone bill money. I don't answer too. I'm on my purpose.
No, but it didn't mean that he didn't honor her. But it meant that his purpose, our purpose Adam was punished not because he sinned, but because he hearkened unto the voice of his wife.
Also,
our purpose is our purpose, and we cannot be distracted from it. And if you do not have a woman that is around you, guys that are high performers, if you do not have a woman that is around you that buys into the vision, now you still have to have purpose. You still have to be purposeful. You got to be a really productive dude. But if she doesn't buy into it, then that's not the woman for you. Tell her to go get with a regular guy that's gonna go to work his 40 hours, come home and make sure that he wipe her, he move her feet. You know what I'm saying? That he's gonna rub her feet down all day. I'm not that.
Man.
I have wanted to, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You know, like in the Bible, I'm for the verse, but like it says, the younger kids, we got to learn from the elders. So if the elders like yourself, you know, I looked up to you. You know what I'm saying? I watch you saying all the right stuff for a young man like myself trying to figure stuff out in the world. You know what I'm saying? So you moving in your purpose, you motivating, you doing what you're supposed to do. You know, you're that elder for the young guys like myself. So it's you like you say, women not bigger than the program. Y'all are part of the program, but you're just not bigger because it's so much more as a God-fearing man that we're responsible for. We're responsible for a lot. We have a lot to we got a lot on our shoulders, and we're going to be penalized. This is
And
the big.
if you don't want to be a part of the program, you know, it's always a replacement.
But I think this is why marriage is important, right?
Mm-hmm.
A woman can feel comfortable to engulf herself in a man's vision when it's her husband. I think it's difficult for women to really align themselves with men when it's not her man singularly, or a man that's committed to her and singularly.
Slim, I think you should follow me, Slim.
You know what? You say some of the stuff. You know, I don't agree with everything Anton say. I don't agree with everything you say, but for the most part, what I'm saying is, you know, I'm a God-fearing man, and I did a lot of stuff wrong early.
Okay.
You know, my dad raised.
Follow me.
No, you're not even God-fearing.
Follow Slim and watch the Don't Piss Me Off morning show.
By 2K?
Yes, watch his Don't Piss Me Off morning show. Yep.
I'm gonna watch it, but like I say, I watch the show enough, so I see you 2K. I see you. I see everybody. So it's like I agree with some stuff 2K say, not everything, and Anton as well. Like even Jazz, I agree with some stuff Jazz says. Q, you know, I don't agree with everything everybody says, right? But for the most part, I'm a God-fearing man. I did a lot of stuff wrong early. Anton speak on that a lot, and he's right. I was young. My mom and my dad raised me in the church. I rebelled. I thought I had it figured out. I thought I could do it on my own. I was an ex-athlete. I was supposed to go to the NBA. You know, I had all of these things going for me, so I rebelled, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I got 2 baby mamas. I had them in college as a young superstar.
Do you think that you getting baby mamas was a reward of the devil? Like you getting baby mama?
I mean, I was with both of them for years. You know, I was with my first one for 10 plus years. The second one, like, you know, all the like 5. I was with them for a while. So like,
wait, hold on. You had them in college?
because you said in college.
So I recall college is only about 4 or 5 years to some of y'all 6. So
look, so I had my kids in college. I was with my first baby mama we was high school sweethearts. We was together in middle school, high school. So we ended up having 2 children. I met a young woman in college my freshman year. She approached me. Like I say, they waiting for you after the game. You don't
Hold on. You went to college with 2 kids already?
Nah. Nope. I'm saying me and my baby mama
was together. Okay.
We were high school sweethearts. I had my kids in college. I just met another young woman in college that I had kids by.
Got you.
At the same time as your baby mama had the mother kids, the first baby mama.
It wasn't no messy shit like that. I was in a relationship with my high school sweetheart. I went to college. We had kids. I went to college. We had kids. When I dropped out, probably like when I was like 22, 23, I had another child. You know, I was back and forth to school, but we weren't together no more. Me and my high school.
How old are your kids?
So they 3 years apart, all of them. My oldest is 13, 10, and 7.
Oh, okay. They spread out 3 years. Okay.
Yeah. You know, but like I say, man, I mean, as far as like I say, as a God-fearing man, I did a lot of stuff wrong early. So like I'm trying to correct all of that stuff, you know, by being, you know, more resourceful.
You can't fix the past, my guy. Listen.
I'm not, but what I can do is I can do right now. Like I need to be more resourceful to my kids' mom.
I'm trying to get Jess to do right, but she not listening.
I gotta do right now. I can't worry about the past, true, but I have to do right now. My kids need to see a healthy relationship with their mother. They need to see me providing. They need to see me going to work. My son, he looks up to me. My son is playing football because I play sports. He playing basketball because he watched my film. He's looking up to me. So I have to be a good example for him. My daughter, she looks up to me too. She called me about everything. So I have to worry about now. And my purpose is like Anton, you have to, as a God-fearing man, you're going to get penalized if you don't provide for your family. That has to come first. If you don't put no bread and no food on the table for your family, you won't receive blessings. You won't receive the favor from the Lord.
Yeah, you will, bro. Listen.
You will not. No, you won't.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm living proof.
I'm living proof, bro. I'm living proof. You will not.
You're not
living proof. Listen, bro, I ain't prayed since 2015.
But you take kids.
I get a lot of blessings.
Even if you don't believe in them, you take care of your kids, though, right?
Yeah.
So look, you're gonna get blessed.
Praying for you though, 2K.
I'm gonna pray for you, 2K.
And that's
all good,
yeah. I think other people pray for you, 2K.
Their prayer don't work.
Have success.
Hey, my prayer works. My prayer got power, brother.
Okay.
If you create kids and you don't take care of them, you will not have no favor in the world. Everything that you return and shit.
Listen, I went by my dad's house.
I know the verse verbatim. I just remember reading this shit in Sunday school. I don't know the verses, but I remember. I know that. I don't know them verbatim. Anton know them verbatim, but.
Oh, hold on. So, do you think Anthony Edwards gonna break his ankle or something?
He paid the money.
He don't take care of his kids though.
He paid the money.
Listen, my daddy didn't take care of me. The first time he let me come to his crib, that nigga had a huge ass crib.
Listen, he paid the money though. He paid the money.
In some way, 2K that will
he ain't like her.
If it don't get him, I believe it is gonna get the kids some way, somehow. Right? Listen, Anthony had 4 kids in one damn year, and he's 23. So it might not affect him, but those kids will get affected some way, somehow. And look at the kids nowadays.
How many kids you say he has? 4?
4 in 1 year.
So was that the first woman that he paid off the whole child support?
No, that's like, I think that's the 5th one. It don't matter. 5th, 4.
AJ gave.
Oh, he didn't like her ass.
AJ gave her 43. Okay, ain't nothing wrong in his life right now. A real 43 too.
Who?
AJ gave LeBron at 43, and he don't take care of 3 of his kids.
Last 2K.
You said LeBron James?
Yes.
He has kids from other people. Wait, what?
No.
You might not have a bad basketball career. His shortcomings might come after basketball.
It might go to his generation, his kids.
You creating these curses, bro.
I don't even think about that.
If you create kids, see, I created kids that I wasn't with it. I was with their moms, but I created broken households, as they say, even though they're not broken, because I'm still there. Like I say, me and my son start training women. So I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I'm still around. So it's like, but if you're not providing or taking care of these responsibilities that you created, you will not get favor. Something might be your legacy. It might be your legacy that's tarnished.
Yeah, that might be what it is.
But he's taking care of his kids, even though he gave him money. Even though he gave her money, though, right?
He paid it off. I know niggas that do that in the
So okay, wait, hold on. So just because a man pay for kids, that's taking care?
No.
Yeah. Listen,
fellas. You can easily solve for this. Let's say, for example, and I was telling somebody this the other day. Let's say, for example, like Anthony Edwards offered to pay the chick all 216 payments, which would have equaled, I don't know, like what, 2.5 million?
I think it was like 1.5 million. Yeah,
I thought it was like 2 point something.
2.7.
Right? 2.7.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so let's assume it's 2.7. You can modestly put that in an interest bearing, or you can put it in a CD, or you can put it. Basically, you can invest it risk free to generate anywhere from 5 to 10%, return on that investment. So let's say you take that same 2.7 and you put it in whatever investment that would then yield somewhere between 5 to 8% of whatever it is, the principal, right? That means that even if you put 2 million up and you got a 5% return on that, that means that you're getting at least $100,000 a year back that you can then leverage to then send the payments over to her, right? So my point is that he could have put that in. He doesn't lose as long as he have the right people around him. And that means that at the very least, he's going to be yielding over $100,000 from that initial investment. So if instead of giving it to her in one lump sum, he gives it to himself. He makes it. He invests the principal. He give her the offshoot of whatever the difference is. He makes over $100,000 a year on it, and that's what he uses in order to pay the child support. He would be straight either way, and he never loses the money in the first place. So if you have the right people around you that understand how money works, you don't lose as a rich person. Mm-hmm. You never lose as a rich person as long as you know what you do.
Yeah, true. But can I ask you a question, Anton?
Go ahead. And it's another way to take care of that too. A lot of y'all work for yourselves. I know a lot of guys, especially guys that haven't went to college, but they make a lot of money and they're rich. They work for themselves. Switch your companies over from an LLC or a sole proprietorship over into a corporation. Pay yourself a specific salary. So the majority of the money that you offshoot, make sure that that money goes towards expenses for the company. Pay yourself a smaller salary, somewhere in the range of $50,000 to $60,000 a year, instead of paying yourself the normal $1 to $2 million a year. Right now, you have to be issued a W-2 from your own company. They can only go by your income, not the income from your company. In that instance, then they can only charge you child support on whatever it is that you're paying yourself because you have a corporation. So stop being finessed by these women. There's ways that you can get around this. Okay.
I'll do that.
Stop being finessed. The most important thing is to look at everything from a business perspective. If she wants to take you to child support court, if you want to go over here and do this nonsense, there are people out here that can give you the game like myself. That's going to help you. That's going to get you out of it so that she's not leveraging your money in order to live her lifestyle, but then she's leveraging the money in order to take care of the children. All right. Switch it over to a corporation, have the corporation itself pay its own separate taxes, pay yourself a salary, and then they have to go by for whatever it is that you're paying yourself for child support because you're now issuing yourself a W-2. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So really quick, y'all. I wanted to circle back to what 2K and the 3-Man podcast were talking about when we were talking about the how the men aren't always cheating, and they're looking for the women that they're really interested in, and that's the ones that they're making the babies with and everything. I like how the 3-Man podcast and 2K was talking about the intimacy with their teammates, and how like they really ride for their teammates and stuff, and pretty much men are really looking for that with their woman, to, like they said, to go to bat with them, go to the gym with them, do the things that they're interested in, showing, that they're, they like them, they want to have fun with them. They want that type of intimacy. And a lot of times women overly romanticize intimacy with a man, and they try to make the focus so much onto the woman instead of how, the Bible says the woman's desire is supposed to be towards the man. So I believe that if, women can start considering these things, like, putting themselves in the man's world and trying to see from their lens and trying to, connect with them on their level, these men will literally ride for them as hard as they can, or as hard as they're doing for their teammates, instead of it being like, oh, they should just not be with a woman or go to a prostitute.
Especially like if you're an athlete, you don't really know how down for you your girl is. So like let's just say your girl did go to the gym with you and she did work out with you and she did throw you the ball so you can shoot 1,000 shots. That let me know, okay, she cool. I don't have to cheat on her a bunch of times to see if she gonna put her pussy in the streets for revenge. Like I don't have to bet you the super hard way. I know because you show it through your actions of catering me and what I do. So James, like if you want to get cheated on less, start showing up more. Okay, if your dude a singer, you need to be a rehearsal.
Jazz got a lot of potential.
Play the game, you know, get on the game, PlayStation, Xbox, whatever you like, you know, 2K, something. Destiny.
Jazz just needs the right dude to come.
Man, don't hype
Jazz got a whole man. Why
hyping
y'all worried about Jazz? She got a whole man.
I see women like Jazz.
How long?
But she got a whole man. Why y'all worried about Jazz?
What did you mean?
She got a man?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, honestly, hold on, hold on.
Watch this.
We can't talk about something that she didn't introduce into the conversation.
Okay, cool.
I don't agree with a lot. I haven't been agreeing tonight with Jazz. However, we cannot start talking about her personally because that is not a part of the conversation. If she don't add that into it, then that we can't do that. We're not gonna do that. This ain't got nothing to do with it. Whether she got a man or not, it's not our business. All right, let's keep it clean, y'all.
But don't say she got potential, bro.
She does.
Shit.
Because all women do. All women have potential, bro. All women do.
So all men got potential too?
All men?
Yeah.
Not if you ask women.
I mean, I can say I should say I'm gonna say this. This is what I'm gonna say. When I say potential, I'm speaking of like when I was talking to Jazz, I'm talking about relationship wise. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like because a lot of the stuff that she's saying is not like conducive to one, you know. So I'm saying like, you know, just need the right type of guidance, I should say. You know, with the right type of guidance, I feel like everybody got potential.
But what God is gonna do if you don't listen?
God actually chose people that were on the wrong path, but He gave them, you know, He trusted them to be themselves.
But they had to listen first.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, do you think that Jazz gonna listen?
But see, Jazz ain't talking 10 minutes and now y'all calling her name out. But then when she talk, y'all don't want her to talk.
No,
she don't stop.
He told me to shut up earlier, so I'm really.
She ain't said shit in 10 minutes, and y'all been talking. Y'all bring her.
She said shush. She didn't say shut up.
She's not coachable, bro. Just give it up.
I like Jazz. I grew up, you know. I got, you know. I'm.
Oh,
black.
so you like her?
Hold on, y'all. Wait. Why are we talking about Jazz right now?
That's what I want to know.
Slim trying to go for his 4-baby mama.
No, I'm not. No,
yeah. Trying to slip and slide.